Welcome back, guys, to the GlobalNerdz podcast, the greatest podcast around the globe. To my right is Darrell. He'll be buying all of the colleges in the country and converting them into Power Rangers training schools. You get a scholarship, you get a Zord. Morphin Masters program is in the works. It's great. To my obtuse angle times ABC, I don't know who put letters in math. We have Ty. He has his own world in Kingdom Hearts 4. He's also starring in the upcoming Frozen 3 and Frozen 4. He'll be singing his own counterpart to Let It Go, titled Keep It In. On the ceiling, we have Mark. He's in hiding. He impersonated Mark Wahlberg, which is apparently a crime in 57 states and Puerto Rico. We are not liable to disclose his whereabouts. In your mind, in your soul, we have Phil, or as we like to call him, Fire Lord Phil. It's got a ring to it. Somewhere over the rainbow, we have Logan. You see that globe? You see that globe Logan has on his jacket? He's holding an entire world hostage on there. Now, okay, we've talked to him, but his lawyer says that he'd like to plead oopsie daisy, so we could not argue with that. He's keeping the word on his jacket, though. Be afraid. Be very afraid. And sitting on a wall, about to have a great fall, we have Shy. He'll be DJing this weekend for Rihanna and Taylor Swift at the same time. However, he actually recently broke up with Taylor Swift, so he might get his soul sucked out and a song written about him. Protect him.
Soul Snatcher.
And here I am, real crispy, but you can call me Rami Salami. Welcome to the GlobalNerdz podcast.
Not Salami. Hey, out of all people, Taylor Swift. Out of all people,
how is being on the end rope of that Taylor Swift breakup, man? You running? He just disappeared. He's like, I'm in hiding now.
Nope.
That was a good intro.
That was definitely good.
Yeah.
I got
GlobalNerdz podcast, guys.
Welcome, man. We got some topics to get into. I don't know.
A lot to get into. A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should start out with Darrell. You said you had some news about something. About Fan?
That's actually a downer right after that epic intro. We might want to say that for the end.
Okay, we'll say yeah.
Whew. I mean, we could talk about another downer. Let's just go straight to Avatar. You know, it's coming to Netflix. Super excited. February 2024.
I'm excited.
I mean, we had the live action before, you know, for M. Night Shyamalan. That monstrosity of storytelling.
Llama, ding, dong.
Oh, no.
I made it 5 minutes. 5 minutes in that movie.
That's it?
After I heard them call him Ong, it was over.
Yeah.
You don't like Sokka?
Sokka.
Man,
Sokka,
you pissed me off so much. You pissed me off so much. I want to have an Agni key with you.
For real.
Yeah.
What did they call it? They call it Ang. They called it.
Yeah,
they called it Ong.
They called it an Agni Kai and Agni Ki. They called Sokka Soka. They called Iroh Iro.
I think Kitara was the only one name was actually Katara.
Yeah. They kept Zuko's name too.
Yeah.
My God, I have watched that movie so many times now. It's kind of beautiful in just how they fucked it up. But it's historical. It's historical.
I don't know. That mess was annoying. I was sitting up there and I was like, okay, so this is what we get. I mean, I was waiting on Kyoshi to show up, the Kyoshi Warriors. I was waiting on so much to happen, but it's like they crammed everything in one movie that was like an hour and 10 minutes. And then the bending was just trash, like the whole earth bending scene. Like, you had like 7 earthbenders there was doing like a whole Kung Fu dance. And I'm like, oh, they about to fuck this dude up.
Yeah.
They threw a pebble across
one
the
rock.
Like,
One
seriously?
rock. A pebble.
Yeah.
They do this whole dance for it too. They're like, I'm a little teapot, short and stout, and then one fucking rock floats in there, and like the kid's like, I got this, guy, take that.
It was trash. That movie was trash.
Yeah.
But the trailer completely fucked me up. I was like, oh, the trailer looks so dope. It was so dope. And then the final product, I was like, Netflix, don't play with me like that. Do not play with me.
That's how I'm feeling about it too.
Yeah.
Again, I tried to watch One Piece. Didn't like it. I went back to the original within 5 minutes.
How far into One Piece did you make it?
2 episodes.
Oh damn!
It takes some time, but it gets better.
It does.
Yeah. In case you ever decide to get back into it.
I didn't even watch it, man. I didn't watch it.
I mean, what concerns me about Avatar, the live-action adaptation, the trailer looks fine. It looks like it's throwing in everything there, all the stops. But am I echoing?
Everyone's echoing.
It sure hell better than the other one.
Oh, okay.
Sure
It sounds like we're in like a auditorium, so I'm not sure if it's someone has live feed from their video. Everyone got headphones, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone got a mic.
Yeah. I don't hear echo.
I don't have mics on.
I
Somebody
wonder
else. It
if
don't
it's
matter.
my audio settings.
It might
Just
you know
be
what?
our brand new platform we're on today.
It does sound like we're in a stadium, so I'm not even mad at it.
Mhm.
I got some Beyonce acoustics.
I thought you'd have gone with the Halo.
Am I echoing? I do have a new mic, so
More like
need-
David
we
Ruffin
need-
imitations.
We need Beyonce on the next Halo theme, man.
Beyonce and Steve Vai, please. Anyways, back to Avatar.
The trailer looks decent. What concerns me, did you guys hear about what Mike and Brian did on the project?
No.
They left.
yeah, they left. Avatar Studios has nothing to do with the Netflix project.
Hmm.
Why?
What?
See,
Create
now
creative
that scares me
differences.
because what if it's trash?
Yeah,
what if it's complete
exactly.
trash now?
I mean, the fact that they had so many creative differences with these guys, like they talked to these guys who made one of the greatest shows ever that has left such a legacy, and were like, no, we're not going to listen to you. We can do better. Who knows? Maybe they
Right.
can, but that sounds concerning, right?
Very.
Okay, did they leave because they wanted like an exact adaptation, or did they want something like a retelling where they could add more things in? Because it is a Netflix show. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. They ain't released that, or how long the episodes are going to be. Do we have that information?
Probably a retailer.
Good question. I don't know.
It's like a retailer,
Yeah.
though, for real. By their commercial. That's what it looks like.
I would prefer a retelling. I don't want a rehash of like storyboard from storyboard, copy and paste type of thing.
Yeah, because that last one was horrible.
Yeah. At the very
That shit was tragic.
At the very least, they don't have the same advantage that the One Piece adaptation did. I mean, part of the reason that one worked so well was because they worked so closely with Eiichiro. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Eiichiro Oda, the mangaka who wrote One Piece. They worked very closely with him. That's not what's happening with this series. The straight up divergence, man, that's what concerns me.
You kind of think that if you look at how well One Piece did, you would imagine that they would go, right, let's get the original creator on board.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's have them work so closely with this that it's always a hit rather than have someone completely different.
Well, I could say this with the original one, the M. Night Shyamalan version. That was before Avatar Studios, when they were just under Nickelodeon. So they had something to do with that piece of shit.
To a point. I mean,
Maybe they got 10% of it. Has something to do with it. But the rest is on Netflix.
versus that Nickelodeon. Just saying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Oh, this shit better than that last one. That last one, man. That little kid act like he didn't know what he doing.
No, dead ass. And I don't. Okay, M. Night Shyamalan is a great director, storyteller, because I like some of his movies. The Visit, The Sixth Sense. I like Old, Signs. So it's not like he can't completely tell a good story. Split was a great one as well.
Yeah.
Also, what was the first one? Unbreakable.
That's his best one. I don't care what anyone says. That movie
was good.
tosses Sixth Sense out of the water.
That's Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Come on, we all fight.
So I don't know if
fight.
Seriously.
That was a crazy ass movie.
A tragic superhero villain movie.
Yeah, man.
For its time. It was,
but it's a bigger question though, because it's like, was it Nickelodeon or him? You know what I mean?
It's probably him.
Well, Nickelodeon tried to shut Avatar down multiple times. They tried to get that show canceled. There's a reason we were getting so many delays between seasons, between parts of seasons. It was ridiculous.
I thought it was the best show that they wanted more of.
They didn't realize it was their best show at the time.
We could actually track this back to another really good series that has come out on Disney. That has good representation, good storytelling, and everything. The Owl House.
Wait,
yes.
Nickelodeon ain't gonna sue Netflix for this, right?
I hope
no,
not.
I think they let them do it. Like it's a partnership with them, I think.
Okay, so it's like that 50%, 10% type thing. I got you. Percentage of royalties, as they call it. I got it.
But I do have to say, there's another adaptation that I like to pick up and that I had backed $300 on. It is
hell yeah.
Avatar Legacies.
This is
okay. Open it up. Is it a comic?
It is a role-playing game. This is the core book.
Like, what do you mean?
I've heard about that one. Yeah.
So the core book allows you to set up eras like the Kyoshi Age, Chorus Age, Aang's, and you can make your own character to go through those scenarios, but in your own personal way.
Like, okay, I'm lost. Like, if I was to buy a copy, right, and we play virtually, how does that work?
It would be up to your game master to create a story however they want. You would build a character with different techniques, what nation you're from. It had some unique dice.
I'm confused about how this role-playing stuff works.
Is it like Dungeons and Dragons?
Renegade Studios. Yeah. Right.
It's its own version of Dungeons and Dragons. Just like Renegade Studios has their own Power Rangers.
Like Power Rangers Hyperforce.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have the Power Ranger board game. I have the Power Ranger card game that they released. But I'm like, who the hell am I going to play with?
I play with the guys every Sunday if we can.
Sweet.
That'd be down.
Okay, let's see.
One thing that scared me about the M. Night Shyamalan version, kind of look like Miranda Cosgrove.
Oh my god. Hang on. I can kind of imagine it just a little.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I don't know. I was on board with the Avatar movie, and then, like Ty said, the first 5 minutes happened. I was like, what the fuck? And then it got to Kitawa versus Zuko, and I was like, okay, we about to get this fight, this epic battle. And she was like, I am Kitawa, the last airbending of the Southern Water Tribe, who's the only daughter, blah, blah. Like, bitch, he ain't that's all that. He said, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you doing this exposition? And like 2 moves later, she was knocked out. Like that, I think that was the downfall of the movie. They explained too much. You know what I mean?
And they
Like,
don't.
I never went into a fight before. It was like, yo, I'm Global Nerds. I started a podcast 5 years ago, and it's finally getting traction. And I have 6 co-hosts, and we're on the new platform testing it out right now live. Like,
That's
Well,
what
I
you should be
think they-
saying when you're hitting
that-
each
I think
punch.
they took that route.
That and the way they treated the bending. Like M. Night Shyamalan said he imagined bending as being like a cap gun. You charge it up and then you fire. What makes it special, though, it's supposed to be an extension of the body. It's not supposed to be all these things where you do a Perot, like you do a shimmy, and then you bend over to literally suck your own dick before you have to do a move.
now I can understand. I could follow that technique if it was like a big move. You know what I mean? Like you do all this 10
so basically
steps,
you're doing a Sonic the
Beyonce
Hedgehog.
choreography
Yeah.
or something, right?
You know, ultimately,
Rolling and speed of sound.
tying M.
at
Night
that
Shyamalan to that project, I think they were hoping to get a older crowd.
Maybe.
Or it just ended with a bunch of people like us, like
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
True.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they got going on with this new project.
I mean, they probably just thought the name would work because there was a time where M. Night Shyamalan was considered the Spielberg of his time, if you can believe that or not. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yes, sir. I mean, I'm here for the Netflix Avatar. Like everything is cool about it. The things I've seen, the characters look good. The costumes do look a little cosplay, but they look better than anything else. Now, one thing I give the movie version for M. Night Shyamalan, I like the Aang tattoo. It looks very freaking cool compared to this Netflix version. But
Yeah.
that's just aesthetics that I have a problem with. The story may be better. The flow may be better. The action definitely going to be better because what we saw in the trailer just is better than what we saw. So,
I
just
hope
off of first impressions, I'm excited.
I'm hoping the comedy is there.
Yeah.
Cactus juice.
It looks like they're at
Which one?
least. Which one?
Cactus juice.
No, the
Yeah.
cactus juice. What's a cactus juice?
And, spoilers, in book 2, I believe.
Yes.
They go into the desert. Sokka is so thirsty, he cuts open a cactus and drinks the juice out of it.
And
He goes
gets
insane.
super high.
Here's a good Avatar related question. Would you rather have tea with Iroh or cactus juice with Sokka?
I would have cabbages with the cabbage man.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I would do.
I would
There we
rather
go.
have tea with the uncle because I know nothing about Avatar. But that one thing of like, you have to have tea with uncle to understand.
Yeah. Same. I mean, like,
Yeah.
5 minutes alone with Iroh would change your life, man.
It will.
Yeah, I would say tea.
I am curious, though. Do you guys think animated shows need live action adaptations, or do you think they're not really necessary?
No,
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I think
I've said this.
Same.
I think
I mean, they got the Lupin now, but it's a Nigerian guy or wherever he is. I mean,
That has nothing to do with Lupin the Third.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It threw me off a little bit because I was like, damn, he's stealing everything. He get bad with
Yeah, I fucking love Lupin the Third.
it. Me too, man. And he got his own channel on Pluto TV though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that movie in particular that's not animated to that
No.
Lupin.
It's good. Netflix Lupin.
I'm confused. What the hell is Lupin the Third?
What?
The
It's
anime?
anime.
Is that like
Yeah.
Oh nah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into it
Yeah,
later.
it's
You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Now, if they made a live version of that, you can't really go wrong. You know,
Yeah.
just cast the really skinny guy as Lupin. You know,
All I know is Luffy
Big-
from the show.
I
that
want
they
to
got on
see.
Netflix now.
I want to see Big Boo Fujiko. They dropped the ball in One Piece. Honestly, They dropped the ball with Nami.
I didn't.
I'm just
I didn't
saying.
watch One
I
Piece.
thought they did a good job with Nami.
I mean, it looked good though.
I mean, the idea that an animation needs to have a live action adaptation, that's just kind of insulting to the medium because animation is amazing. It's an amazing art form. There's so much work that goes into it, and you've still got so many people who look at what animators do and they're just like, "What a cute little hobby. The kids will love it. Go get a real job now."
Well, I know
Yeah.
they could have did Sailor Moon. They could have did Sailor Moon.
Oh, if we gonna
There
say
is a live action Sailor
Yeah,
Moon
there
in
was.
Japan.
I know
I
we're
saw
not
that.
talking about that old school. We're not talking
No,
about that.
in Japan, it's
It's the Japan version,
newer.
but still anime. It's still
Hey,
anime.
we is getting a new anime Sailor Moon. It's a new movie, Cosmos. So that's coming out.
It's 2 seasons, actually.
My thing
Back
Oh,
in-
two
is,
seasons.
It's
Okay.
2
I thi-
seasons we never got in America,
oh,
which I am so happy about.
I'm here for it, man.
but my thing is, when it comes to us basing live action and anime, I feel like a lot of us got that from Dragon Ball Evolution
Horrible. Why would you say the nastiest words in the world?
I
because
was just about to say,
it
like,
literally
I-
it literally gave everybody a bad taste in their mouth for
Yeah.
live action adaptations. So
what you didn't like? Chi Chi, who was in there for like 5 minutes.
no.
No, that whole
No.
thing sucked
Piccolo
ass.
looked
That was
weird.
one of the worst movies, man.
Goku, like the gel and the spiky head. Why?
Horrible. Horrible.
Why?
Oh no!
Horrible. The way they did Shinron was so just lazy.
The way they did that whole movie was beyond lazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think that a big part of what goes into the live action adaptations is, they see the money. A lot of adults still tend to prefer live action. Kids see that and they think, I'm going to go see the live action version of this animated thing that I love because that's how I'll feel like an adult.
And that's sort of how I'm thinking Disney is running their live action movies. And it's not working.
Mhm.
It's not.
Yeah, I
Just
don't-
stop, please.
Well, I think
I mean, hey, they're bringing in money, so I guess they're sucking all the way to the bank for now.
yeah, but then I think like if you're trying to turn a live action Disney into something different, it's more like something may not have worked back then, which is pretty much fine. But then they have to kind of please other people just in case, like, oh shit, well, this obviously didn't work, so so we don't get cancelled or we don't get this said anymore. We're going to put it down to this, and I feel like that's one of the reasons for it. Like, no one ever asks for the remakes because no one cares really. And they just want to make it because money, but then they're just tarnishing their brand quite a lot.
I can see that.
Speaking of
We getting a
Disney,
Freaky Friday.
right?
I know that's way off board, but we getting a Freaky Friday. We make our sequel reboot,
With who?
just like Mean Girls.
There's
Still
a
supposed to be
musical.
Lizzie Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
But speaking of
That's
old
weird.
cartoons, remakes, etc., Garfield's back.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Wait, like a movie?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
animated movie.
Yep.
Is Bill Murray back as Garfield?
No, it's Chris
guess who
Pratt.
guess they got? Yep.
Okay, y'all. Y'all know Bill Murray can't come back to movies after his, thing.
What thing?
He can't come back.
What happened to him?
He had a scandal going on about being like an abusive person to his assistants and stuff like that. So he's sort of canceled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
I know
news
about
to
that.
me.
yeah.
Canceled.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah.
I hope that don't
apparently
turn into the
female
new
crew
Ghostbusters
member.
movie.
Yeah.
Shit, that's
I
something
mean,
I don't
it's.
know.
I mean, if the scandal gets big enough, doesn't matter whether he did it or not. It could be like Jonathan Majors, where like just the controversy alone kills him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he might not be seeing work for a little bit if that gets big enough. First time I'm hearing about it though.
Yeah.
Well, we can honestly see it in the 2016 movie. He just doesn't want to be there. Like, oh my god, I don't think any of the original Ghostbusters wanted to be there. I think if I can't remember the actor who played Egon. If he was in that, he wouldn't want to be there. Like,
Well, it's because the film was bad. Like,
You're kind of
I'm kind of counting on myself.
it's because the film was bad. That was generically it. It wasn't the actors or the actresses in it. It was trying to be something to please people. Like when I went to watch it, I just felt like it was putting men down quite a lot. It was making like some men stupid. And I remember arguing with someone briefly, like, "Well, that's what it was meant to do. 'Cause it's meant to be funny." And it's like, no, it just made one of the characters was meant to probably be the Egon. No, not the Egon. It was one of the main characters. I was always hating on Chris Hemsworth. And it was just like, man, I don't want to see this. I want to be fighting ghosts. I don't want to see it.
You sound like you're trapped underwater.
yeah.
Right underwater. Yeah.
Did you drop your mic in a pool?
No, like I don't know. If it's
I don't know
feedback.
what you were saying because you were slandering somebody and they completely like sided.
I was not slandering them. Where it was just more. It just got. I don't know. It just got to the point where it made fun of men, and my kind of thoughts on it was if it was reversed and it was like, I don't know, say the Chris Hemsworth character hitting on one of the girls, then it would be like, get this film out. It's horrible. Get rid of it.
And of course, me
standard.
and Mark know the real reason it bombed.
It's just
Right, Mark?
Why?
It's just. I mean,
It's our favorite actress.
Oh,
Rachel Ziegler? That's what you're talking about?
no,
Melissa
it's
McCarthy.
Melissa
I like Rachel
McCarthy.
Ziegler. Oh, I love her too.
I actually just recently saw the Little Mermaid live action remake. She was one of the better things about it.
She was
She
the only
wasn't
thing good
exactly.
about it.
Okay,
That's saying
Halle
something.
Bailey was a ton of fun as Ariel. Who here thought Eric was better in the live action? Like they made him.
I can't compare.
They made him.
I can't compare because I haven't. Seen
Man, his fucking songs suck. Like,
Okay,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
like-
but like everything else that focused
The
on
song
like
suck dick.
everything else that focused on him and Ariel was where the movie was at its best. They crushed it together.
Yeah, when they were actually together. Otherwise, when they were apart, it's like, what was me, bitchy me? What was me, bitchy me? It's like,
The movie was
Oh,
good
come
for what it
on.
was.
I mean,
but
that's kind of what the original Little Mermaid was about too. They wanted more out of their lives.
yeah, but they did it in a more exciting way. It feels more like bitching and moaning in this,
Oh, yeah.
in the live action.
Again, though, that's the medium. There are some things you can do with animation that you just can't do with live action, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna go into this one. How'd you guys think of Madam Web?
Haven't seen it.
Oh, we don't call that Manuel. We call it the CW.
Haven't,
Because it looks like the
CW.
CW.
haven't seen it.
hold on.
I saw the trailer. It actually
Hold
looks
on.
pretty decent.
So
That shit looks like the. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. If I put the trailer on because I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I can actually do it from the system on this new platform, but I'm on Safari, and it was like, no, we want you to be on Google Chrome.
yeah.
So I had to completely switch platforms, and I ain't trying to do that in the middle of a show. So we're gonna just say go to Google or YouTube and look at Madam Web.
And
Right.
I mean CW.
It wasn't bad, honestly.
It sounds like one of the movies of all time. Like it's going to be one of the movies of all time.
behold,
No.
another example of race swapping.
It's I don't care, man. The Marvel
I think
fatigue.
they just trying to shoehorn all of these spider characters in to build this very obviously multiversal or you know, we need more
Spider-Verse.
spider people.
Yeah.
We need more spider people, honestly.
I'm
And
actually looking forward to it.
I
This is the
yeah.
openings.
the
I mean,
more live action, the better. It's blurring out.
yeah, it's mad blurring. Oh, we see it now, kind of.
Like it looks good, but I feel
This
like
is the CW, y'all. This
Right.
is CW.
It's
Hey,
it's CW mixed with what you were saying earlier.
UPN, right?
2016 Ghostbusters.
Spider Verse.
I mean,
The Spider Verse is good when it focuses on the Spider Men. Like, I mean, you see when they go for Venom, it's kind of hit or miss.
Right.
And
So-
yeah,
if at the end of that we get a post credit scene of a live action Miguel O'Hara, I'm fine with that.
It's
Like,
not. It's gonna be some guy named Ezekiel. Now, in
no.
all
I'm talking about the
Ezekiel's
end, not Ezekiel Cross. Like, I know who he is. He's the guy in the weird looking spider suit, but he was just some barefoot dude in the comic books.
Yeah,
He had spider powers. He was pretty
2099.
cool.
See, I think I know what they're probably setting up for, though. They're probably setting up for the. Is it who's the one that can eat spider totems and stuff like that?
Is it
Just-
Morlun?
just-
I believe.
Yeah, I reckon they're setting up for
I know
Morlan.
what you're talking about.
Because from what I've seen online with the main bad guy that's going around, like going after Madam Wet and all the rest, is from what people said online is that he got his powers that wasn't from, like, he wasn't chosen randomly, so he got his powers, and then he's been living the high life of it all. So now that you've got more spider people coming along, you could have one of these people that eats spider totems come along and actually try and take them all out, and then be like, "Oh shit, this is the dimension where everyone is. I'm now going to go and do something." I think they're going to try and open up that sort of thing. So I reckon that you would have a bigger role. What some people are talking about, and it makes sense. I think it would look really cool. But I have no idea. But yeah, I think that would be, open it up for the totem story. Yeah, I like the trailer. I'll probably go see it. But
And of course,
I think I want to see it because I like superheroes, so I would see anything to give it a shot. However, this first trailer, just going off of it again, it's a trailer for us to consume and to give our opinions on. It didn't impress me when they introduced these 3 spider women, and I'm like, okay, but just the way it was shot, I kind of know we won't see that. That won't be the focus, because the way it was done, it's like, okay, these spider women are just maybe part of a dream sequence, or will she have her visions? And that's where we're going to see these women suit up.
yeah.
And part of that, just the way it was shot and the way it was, like, the filter, I swear to God, looks like somebody did it on their iPhone. It was like, hey, for her dream sequence, they just put a black vintage filter around the frame and say movie. You know what I mean? It's like, what was the budget for this? There was the costumes, like something went to Ross. I'm like, it's just failing to me.
Yeah.
So
Hey, who's the Black Spider-Man again? See,
Miles
Ezekiel Sims.
yeah, Ezekiel.
Miles Morales.
so you just,
yeah, that's only Black
Yeah.
Spider-Man I know.
I'm waiting for the next
But-
Spider-Man movie. And if people want to keep bitching that Miles is not a good Spider-Man, go watch this trilogy and replay the games, because I love Miles.
Bro,
Yeah.
Miles is a good Spider-Man on all
And in the
platforms.
movies.
Miles
Like,
is a good Spider-Man on all platforms.
Oh,
on
yeah.
PlayStation, in the comics, in the movie. Like, you can't deny that. Whoever is writing for, like, the movie definitely studied the comic books, and whoever is writing for the games definitely studied the movie.
Yeah.
So
Now, does the games kind of fall into that, clickbaity-ish bit of, oh no, Black Man Rise Up type thing? A bit, but when you play through the game, you understand why Peter's like, okay, Miles, I think I need a break. I need to finish school or something, date Mary Jane. He's like, don't worry about this, man. I got this. I
Work
got
life
this.
balance, bro.
I haven't played the game yet. I still need to play it. The only thing that I
No
can
spoilers.
take from
It's
it
great.
is, I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks phenomenal. The only thing I could probably take away from it is that everybody is clowning Miles' new suit that he made or whatever or his new suit that you can, I guess, unlock in the game or something like that. It's like some.
It's tragic, bro. It's an Adidas.
Yeah, pretty
promotion,
much.
Okay, you can actually get and the suit tragic. Like compared from the suit he made in the first Spider-Man film or Miles Morales, it's like this is what y'all came on with. Like, come on, now. It was tragic.
I'm like, no. What type of red, black, and blue, neon blue shit is this?
But you know what's funny is the alternate color designs to that suit was actually better than the one that they actually presented as the original form.
Right.
So that's the thing. Yeah. Who knows?
I'm going to play for myself to find out.
Yeah, you do got. It's actually a really good game. The story is pretty dope. Like Hollywood, if they want to create these stories, sometimes you gotta look at other people. You know what I mean? Like go to the video game creators because they created a great story for Spider-Man.
You can basically steal Miguel's suit. I'm looking at him currently. This is kind of funny. The Scarlet Spider, Superior, Anti-Venom, Anti-Ock.
The suits are cool. The game itself is great. It's kind of safe, but it's got really good set pieces, really good action. It makes you feel like you're in New York. Like you can swing into Times Square. It feels so alive there, man.
Right.
Wow, that it does. But the way we went on, okay, my thing is we were talking about Madam Web, and we completely made her a side character and went on to a whole nother damn thing. Like I think that's how the audience is going to do. Like the general audience is going to be like, okay, we don't want to see this Madam Web. They don't know anything about this character. They don't know anything about Spider Girl, Spider Woman, or the Afro Spider, whatever the fuck her name is. No one knows about that stuff. So
no, I don't know what angle they're going for in this as well.
No.
That's the only thing that's throwing me off is why we have Spider Woman, Spider Girl. That makes no.
Yeah, I don't know that version of Madam Web, that Spider Woman version. I do know.
What's up, baby human?
I do know
Anya.
Yeah.
What's up, co-host? What's up, baby
human?
Yo, we got baby Global over there.
All the time I know you behind what I see on the screen.
But nah, I'm over Madam Web. I can't really. I'm harshly judging it just based off of the first trailer, which is completely stupid. So I'm at least wait till the final product to come out and then really give my full thoughts on it. But as of right now, I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
So.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to set up a story for like much later on, and it will depend on if it will pay off quite well. Because I think that because you've had so much success with the Spider-Man or in general, but like look at like say No Way Home, that was mainly more Sony than it was Marvel. Then you obviously had Into the Spider-Verse, and they've done really well. So I think they're trying to capitalize a lot more on it. So it's like, oh hey, if we do this, then we're just going to end up having, say, more Spider-Man films. But a lot of people think it's not going to do well because it hasn't got Spider-Man in it. So it's one of the things of how are you do it later on if you do it really well. How are you going to have, like, say you do, like, say, something to do with the web? How are you going to do it without, say, Tom Holland or another version of Peter Parker? So it just depends on what's the contract within Marvel and Sony. Can they not use Peter Parker, even though they have the rights to it? Because so far we've not seen anything to do with any like Spider-Man, even Miles or Peter, to actually be in it. The only closest thing you can say is Into the Spider-Verse, where you had Miles's brother or uncle or something like that was in it, and then that was the only like tie-in reference that you've had so far.
Yeah, the Prowler. I think that's going to be the way that they go for the Miles Morales standalone movie that Sony may be producing. Is the villain may be his uncle, just to tie that relationship together and how his trials. Well, wait, did his dad die
Hmm.
after he was Spider-Man, sort of a
Yeah.
thing?
He's supposed to die. That's what Miguel was arguing.
Yeah.
It's his uncle Ben, basically.
So my thing is like Madam Web, it could take a lot of routes. It looked like it's gonna take place in like the early '80s, or I mean late '80s, early '90s. So ain't no telling what they can do from that. I believe I watched a breakdown where they even showed that they're in Midtown. That's where Peter Parker. That's where he is, and not sure if it's going to be another universe or whatever. But we've already seen this. They haven't done anything with it yet, but there is a piece of the Venom symbiote in the MCU somewhere that Venom left.
Didn't they
And-
retcon that?
No,
I'm so
they
confused
didn't.
with Sony and the MCU and what they want to do.
It's a lot of things and a lot of
They're
routes they can
confused
take.
about what they want to do.
Well, I
It's a
believe
lot of lines
it was
open.
in 1 or 2. Venom actually flat out says, I was watching something on it. He says that, I've heard this story before. We are collective hive mind through universes, or something like that, from what I was gathering. I'd have to go rewatch the video or something, but symbiotes are terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, what I want is like Marvel or say Disney just to go to Marvel. Disney go to Sony and go, how much do you want for Spider-Man? And then they go like, we want like say 4.5 billion, and Disney just goes, there you go, there's the money, and then just buy the entire rights back, or work out a deal with Sony and say, look, you want to produce Venom, you want to produce the Spider-Verse, all of it. Let us kind of help work with you so we can actually incorporate this into the MCU, so we can easily make stuff together. Because I can see. Sorry, go.
Sorry, you finish. My bad.
Right. I was going to say, I can see problems with this like later on down the line. So, say for example, Marvel comes around and it's like, oh, hey, we want to use Venom. Oh, sorry, you can't use that. That's Sony. Okay, well, we're thinking about doing Jessica Drew. Sorry, that's already in ours. You can't use that. Okay, well, who can we use? Oh, you can use Eddie Brock's assistant's brother, sister, and there you go. Like, all right, we can't make anything with that. It's like, that's the only character you can use.
I mean, I kind of like that the Spider-Verse is its own thing. It's not attached to the MCU and the shit show that's going on with it necessarily. And the thing is, Sony going off on their own, taking Spider-Man with them, Disney did that to themselves. They tried throwing their weight around and putting too much on Sony, taking too much away from them in the deal. So Sony's like, fuck you, we're out of here. Bye. I mean, Disney forgot they were mortal, and this is the consequence of that.
So there's a problem with that.
What's that?
The second Spider-Verse movie actually showed Tom Holland's Peter, Tobey Maguire's Peter. Oh no, not Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
They
I'm
showed
cool.
They live
them
action.
in
I'm
their.
cool with that. I'm cool with them. I'm cool with them having like the same story, but like it's more of a ships that pass in the night kind of thing, rather than trying to go with this extremely interconnected cinematic universe with no direction.
Sony connected the comic book Spider-Man. Like once you connect one Spider-Man from the comic books, you're connecting every Spider-Man that's ever been made. Like even the Japanese Spider-Man with the big ass Megazord. So
Penny.
that I'm saying, what's it called? Leopardin. The big ass.
I just imagine
I know
you
you're
see
talking
Spider-Man
about.
with a Megazord.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Oh,
crazy.
that's a thing. Yeah,
And that toy came out again though, like last year.
yeah.
The sister was like, "Oh, he's talking." And he was like, on mute.
And I mean, I'm cool with them staying separate from the MCU for the most part because if I were Sony, man, if Marvel reached out to me, I'd just be like, no, we're not doing anything. You're Marvel. You're going to find some way to fuck it up.
You know what? I can't blame Marvel. I cannot blame Marvel at all. I'm gonna blame Disney because when Marvel was doing their own shit, we had the X-Men, we had Blade, we had fucking Punisher, we had the damn Donald the Duck dude. You know what I mean? We had different
Howard the
properties that was
Duck.
going
Howard the
on.
Duck.
Howard
Yeah,
the freaking
yeah.
duck.
He said the Donald the Duck dude.
Whatever, you know what I mean?
Hey,
You know what I mean? But
that's a
then Disney
guitarist.
came
That's a
in-
guitarist. Donald
Disney
Duck.
Donald-
came in and
Donald
completely
Duck and
fucked them
Guardians of
up.
the Galaxy would be a
Yeah.
completely different story, man.
No, Duck Dodgers.
Yes.
Yes.
The Duck
There you
Dodgers.
go, man.
Duck
Well,
Dodgers.
I guess we should definitely move on from this crazy
Oh,
web.
hang
Try
on.
to get out of it.
Hang
Oh,
on,
you
hang
got
on.
one more?
I want to throw my sense in with Disney and Marvel.
His spider
uh,
sense.
My spider sense is tingling. I generally think, like, with Disney, I think I really wish they wouldn't just stick their nose in a lot, because I still think that when you had Iron Man all the way up to Endgame, it was a fantastic run.
Yeah.
And I feel now that either you have people like from Disney listening to people on Twitter, saying like, "Oh, if you don't go see blah blah blah, whatever they do." So it's like, we don't want this kind of like massive back chat. We don't want the backlash. But with that, then I think you have to have decent amount of writers. And I think that maybe if they went back and got the writers back from, say, Iron Man or Thor or wherever, and said, right, you are now going to be writing for us till the end of time. Here is a ton of money. We don't. You have to incorporate this, but we don't want, as the kids say, the wokeness and stuff like that. We want you to utilize a good storyline, but then also I think that Disney needs to hone back and sticking its nose in. With, like, say, the graphics, where it's like, oh, we want more, we want the best stuff from it. Or little things like that. I just think that they need a vision. Like, look how, like, from Iron Man to Endgame, you had everything link up, and then now they've lost their vision, because they're like, oh well, we're leading up to Avengers versus Kang Dynasty. Now, obviously, Kang Dynasty can't happen because of, was it Jonathan Majors is his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Because you have all that, but then they're now thinking about bringing Doctor Doom into it. Okay, but then you're going to have to bring the Fantastic Four into this. And then that's like, they should just have this vision of saying, like, we need to work on this to make us so we can get back to the powerhouse. I didn't mind She-Hulk. I didn't mind some of the shows, but I didn't watch a lot of them. But I think now they have to kind of figure out, okay, let's lower down the shows. Let's make maybe like Hawkeye. He's not the biggest one, even though that was a good series. Go, okay, well, let's make the lesser known ones. People put them into their own TV show, but don't have to be like, oh man, like, if you want to know what happens, you have to watch one episode of Moon Knight at this time, this one, to understand who it is, because most of the audience now just doesn't give a shit. Like, look, when everyone's like, you have to go watch Black Widow to understand who this person is, and it was like the old teacher or something. It's like, I don't need to know that, because you're going to tell me anyway. This is such and such from S.H.I.E.L.D. Great, now I know. Okay, I'll go look it up. And I think that's what Marvel have done. They just need to kind of vent it back and say, right, we want to work up to Secret Wars. Fuck it, work at Secret Wars, and then just focus on that one and make it better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you make a good point, because now they only have to watch this type of media, like the show, in order to understand what's going on in this film. Do you guys think that's what kind of hindered the Marvels as well?
Big time.
Because people didn't know who Miss Marvel was or who Monica Rambeau was unless you watched WandaVision or Miss Marvel, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she came into this film, the general audience was like, who the fuck these other two bitches? Like, I don't know them.
Yeah.
So you think that's a downfall, or is it still part of the Americans?
It's
absolutely a
downfall.
Me personally, I think it
can.
I think it can go either way. I think it can go either way. It can be a downfall, or it could be a strategic ploy for Marvel to be like, hey, maybe they didn't watch it, but maybe now they'll go watch it. Because just watching Monica, oh, beautiful Monica, just watching her just made me like, now I want to go back and watch WandaVision.
Mm.
And
I
WandaVision
mean,
was
that's
amazing.
the thing, though,
WandaVision
because
was
I'm gonna say it's
amazing.
Americans because the film is okay overseas, but it's like us. We have this mindset where if it's a women-led film, we're gonna say it's woke and it's negative because it's a woman. You know what I mean? Is that just us here in America
Or
that
feminist.
has that issue going? Right. It's like the movie was not bad. I
It's
watched the film, it was not bad.
that's a good question actually, because for me at least, I found myself liking Captain Marvel the character a lot better in this movie. The direction was better, which meant Brie Larson actually got to flex her acting muscles instead of just being limited to stoic, one note, all that. But I just feel like the writing for the character isn't quite there yet.
I think someone on Twitter put it very, very like in a good way. It's because the character hasn't had any, like, she's not got a weakness, and
Yeah.
it's not like a weakness as character. It's like someone put it very like, I think someone put a video on Twitter. It's like, here is Thor in Endgame or Infinity War, where he is being bombarded by energy from a star, where he's trying to seal it so he can get the Stormbreaker to work. And then it's just like, but then look at Captain Marvel, where she can ignite an entire star,
Exactly.
and it's like, but you have no weakness. Like the only time that you've ever seen Captain Marvel struggle is when Thanos literally was when Carol grabbed the gauntlet, and Thanos is just literally saying, "Get the fuck down," and she's struggling. She is stronger at that point because she overpowers it. But because you've got a character that you have a weakness, it's like, oh, I can do it. It's like when people turn around and say about Batman, oh, Batman can beat anybody. Well, he can't be that. No, he can. Batman can do it. You can't beat them. Batman can beat anyone because if he has enough prep time. Okay, where's the weakness in Batman?
Well, I think really realistically, the same weakness that Batman has, honestly, is his family. Would be the same weakness that Carol Danvers has, because I mean they took away Maria, but she just built the bond with Miss Marvel. And did you see how sad she looked when she realized that their powers weren't tangled anymore? She was sad.
Yeah,
That's the thing, because Carol has a weakness.
Yeah.
Because she has a weakness. It's not physical where something can hurt her. It's not kryptonite where some type of substance from her planet or whatever. It's more heartfelt and emotional where nothing can hurt her. She knows she's going to outlive everyone she's ever loved. So why make these connections? She knows she's completely fucking up on these planets. She's trying to save people, but stuff keeps happening around her where she's going to outlive everyone no matter what she does. She has a surrogate daughter within Monica, and she abandoned her because she was so embarrassed to come back and face this little girl.
Right.
Then she found out her best friend / lover, she died, and there's nothing she could do. And she abandoned Monica yet again, and now she's coming back, and she's like, okay, now I got this other girl. What's her name? Imani character, Miss Marvel, is looking up to her. Kamala. And now she's trying to be this image of a Captain Marvel, a superhero to her, yet at the same time trying to coach her like, yo, we on this planet, all these people is dying.
Right.
We can't do anything.
Right.
We have all
in
the
this
powers
movie,
in the world.
in this movie alone, they built a weakness to Carol Danvers that she did not have, because she's been off world. She's been off world trying to right her fuck ups, So
and the fact that that's a human weakness too. I mean, like, she tries to do everything herself and brute force things, and that's what creates the villain. That's what drives the wedge between her and Monica for a while, and that's what makes it difficult for her to work as part of a team for a while too.
Exactly. And I wish people will open their mind and watch the movie what it is and kind of deep dive into it. Because people just scratching the surface. Oh, it's boring. There's the villain has no motive. Even I said that like it's a forgettable
Man,
villain.
and I like
But
the
as I
Sinking
watched it a
Planet.
second, me too. It was something completely different. It was like, yo, you see this stuff in comic books, you see this stuff in cartoons, but you don't see it on the big
It
screen.
was
And for them to big
literally
into the big screen,
it was literally in the comic books.
exactly.
Well,
So it's like,
so here's my problem with it. I'm not disregarding what you guys are saying, but we've had 3 movies with Carol Danvers in it, and she fucked up every one of them. No ass Larson. She has no acting ability
no ass
until
No,
she,
I
she
disagree
needs
with that one.
a
See her in Conskull Island. Conskull Island in the Fast and the Furious movies. She is so good in those, man. When she has a director who lets her do her thing, she's really good. It was the writing that let her
she
down.
did it in the Marvels. She had acting moments. Just the scene. I mean, it's been out long enough. Y'all ain't see it now. Y'all ain't gonna see it. I seen the box office.
I think she
I
did
ain't watching
very good because, again, like I said,
Yeah.
one of my favorite moments when she realized that their powers weren't entangled anymore. Man, it broke my heart for her. Like, damn, she had this
No, you know what made me
connection.
cry in the movie?
She
That
had-
I actually shed a tear.
What's that?
yeah,
The moment when she realized that Monica, again, this had to do with the script, but Monica was the only one to close the portal. And she was like, okay, she's going to close, she's going to come back. But she knew Monica tricked her. And Monica only thing was, I got to close from the inside, so I got to push it. You know what I mean? I can't pull the powers.
The form.
So when Karen was trying to race to her to catch her, and as fast as she is, she knew she was going to let her down again.
It's the form.
And that shit broke me. Like,
I thought that shit was formulaic as all get out, man. Temporary heroic sacrifice. Check.
hold
Keep
on.
around for
Right.
the
But
sequels of the
again,
IP.
with
Check.
that said, that also makes no sense to me because it was a scene where they were on the platform of the ship where Kamala Khan realized that she has the other bangle, and they teleported there, and it was like 5 seconds later, Carol Danvers was there from Kamala's house to that ship. So her not reaching Monica, it kind of was like, what?
Because the thing, they just showed exactly how far away Monica was inside the rift, but they would have just. Okay, I see what you're saying about the ship. That wasn't her getting there. That was just a cut to another scene where time has passed. So that was articulated well. Again, that had to do with the script and the edit. That's, again, Marvel and Disney on that part. But for her to not reach Monica, which was crazy to me. Number 2, Monica, like, okay, I understand you got to close the portal. But, bitch, step on the other side and pull the thing closed. You know what I mean? Like, why you got to push it? You can pull. You can push and pull. You know what I mean? So I don't know why.
Yeah, basically, what I'm trying to say is there was one line in Endgame or Infinity War where they're all discussing what happened, and Carol's just like, "Oh, you lost because you didn't have me. What makes you freaking special? You got blasted by an Infinity Stone."
Hey,
Well,
she ain't lied, though.
like-
They did lose because they didn't have her. She's
They-
OP.
They at least made me buy in Endgame that she was that powerful. When
Right.
Thanos headbutts her and nothing happens, I was just like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them quantum bands.
I think where the Marvels really screwed up with the writing, though, was again with how OP they make Captain Marvel, because it's good that they try to give her character development as far as like learning to be a team player goes, but that's not necessary when she doesn't need to be a team player. For anybody who's seen the movie, did anybody think that she needed help beating the villain?
Yes.
No.
And I say yes. I say that yes because when the girl Darban told her the reason why she's doing these things, the mental anguish and the heartbrokenness, it broke Carol's spirit to realize, like, damn. Okay, I think I'm a hero, but I'm legit the
But
annihilator.
my thing is the only reason. The only reason, no, Carol could have easily punished any one of those, but the only reason why that wasn't possible was because of their quantum entanglement.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she didn't need that help, but she had it. It was
Yeah.
there, and she learned to love it. She learned to
Yeah.
cherish it, and she learned to, you know, depend on it. That's why when it was taken away from her, it was like, oh,
But they
she
learned.
doesn't have this anymore.
But like, I mean, I forget if it was Monica or Kamala. One of them straight up says, "Yo, I'm so sorry about this power swapping thing. If that wasn't happening, you could demolish her one on one easily. Let's get that
Yeah.
under control." They get it under control, and they keep doing it anyway.
Because the way they powers, when they swap the powers, when they use their powers, they have to use it at exactly the same time. So if they using it and they're about 3 seconds off, it's fine. But the moment they use it simultaneously, boom, boom, then that's the switch that happens. So that's why they had to correlate together and create like a game plan to use it. And I see some people are just like, it's stupid. It doesn't work all the time. I see them using their powers like, well, did you not watch what they said? They literally said if you use it at exactly the same time, you will switch. Which is why they had that whole training sequence, which I freaking love inside the ship. It was so cute. They was double dutching. They was like, I
That was
gotta go.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, come on. I was like, I'm gonna go, and I was like, she would get hit by the rope because that shit was so cute to me. But
Yeah.
I don't need to see the
love
film
movie.
now. Well, I think
What?
the just quickly go. One thing I point that Ty made is where you turn around and said, like, you know, who like obviously like Captain Marvel is the strongest, you know, but if you imagine that you go through the entire world of space, and I think this ties in that maybe the audience, if they don't understand or they don't get the whole emotional stuff of like her friends are all going to die, she's going to outlive them all. It's like if you're going through the universe and absolutely destroying everyone and no one can touch you, no one can beat you, you're going to get this complex where it's just like I'm gonna win every single fight, no one's going to do it until you get bored. So then when someone comes along and you're like, well, you didn't win because of me, it's like, yeah, you haven't had that humbleness yet. So I think that if, say, for example, another Marvel's films comes out, and at the very like beginning or middle of the film, Cal gets absolutely whipped to the point where she's like, oh shit, I'm not the strongest. Yeah, again, she is. But she's like, now I've got to learn that. I think that's when the audience will go, do you know what? I kind of understand that. Now it's relatable. When
It's the
I feel that,
Superman
man. I feel that.
effect.
I agree with that 100%. I just don't think we got that in the Marvels. I mean, the villain in this movie is literally Dollar Store Ronan the Accuser. Same outfit, same powers, everything. The Guardians of the Galaxy beat him. She shouldn't be any trouble for Carol.
Wait, hold on. See, that's why I have to disagree. This is a person who is going around. Not only is she I can't really say she's Ronan the Accuser. She is way more than that. She definitely puts it
Just before you
down
finish with your thought,
with
she is running a cruiser because running a cruiser on their planet into the Kree.
Yeah.
Are they Kree? Yeah, not the Skrulls. That's their general. So you have like a
but
captain.
the only reason
they
I
take
say
one
that
out.
the only reason I say that is because she has a quantum band.
Uh-huh.
A band that is allowing her to suck vital resources from different planets across the galaxy. You know, that is something that a Captain Marvel would have to handle.
It was
Facts.
cooler when Sebastian Shaw did it.
Could Thor handle that? Ooh, could Thor handle that?
I think he could.
probably.
Thor, he would shoot
Yeah.
her ass with a lightning bolt.
I don't think Thor could have handled that. You know, and then reigniting the sun. I don't think, you know.
I think that was pretty cool. And I think that when she reignited the sun at the end of the movie, it took me back to the Eternals film when Icarus, where he flew into the sun, and it's like, okay, so is he really dead? Because now they're on the same type of power levels. Is Icarus dead? Is he going to come back in Eternals 2? Is he going to be the bad guy, or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, I just had a quick look at Captain Marvel's Ultimate 10 bad guys type thing, because I don't know too much about Captain Marvel, but I would love to.
Sad man.
What? She's not been on my radar. But after seeing, like, obviously I know the X-Men stuff from the cartoon with Rogue. So, like, I could imagine if Rogue was in this, or even apparently Moonstone, which is just the evil version of Captain Marvel. So I can imagine, like, if you put them as the one or two of them into the next one, or even like other people, like say, you had Ronan, like, okay, Titanus. There we go. It's these sort of thing, or Deathbird. I'm only looking at this top thing on Screen Rant, but I think that if you put those things in, like, then you have a challenge for Carol, and I think that's when I think people are like, oh yeah, okay, like. I'll watch the Marvels because I'm curious, but I'm not going to go watch it in cinemas. I'll watch it on Disney Plus.
We are not talking about Super Mega Force in this movie. We're not going to do that.
So look.
What? When did that come in?
Before we like get too much into the Marvels, what did you guys think about Kamala Fury's moment?
Kamala Khan, you mean?
Kamala Fury. No, when she had at the end of the movie when she came with the little clipboard
recruiting the young Avengers.
It was cool to see Haley Steinfeld in there.
Right, Kate Bishop. I was like, oh my gosh, here comes the young Avengers.
Yeah, mad props to Haley Steinfeld, by the way. She is such a good actress. She almost single-handedly saved the Transformers brand with Bumblebee.
Definitely saved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aman Vellani is Kamala Khan, man. I hope she goes on to just like thrive and prosper career-wise. She was the best thing about that movie, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like all the characters and what they did, even the villains. I like the pacing of the film was cool. I didn't have a problem with it. I love the Flurkins. I love Goose. I did not know Goose was a girl. I didn't know she was pregnant. That was a loop for me. But I love the Flurkin scene. That Flurkin scene, my brother hated it. He was like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, you don't get the comedy here? The horror? Okay, you get set up. You know the only way to be saved is to be eaten alive, but you still have that innate fear of being eaten alive. So you're like completely freaking out, but you want to get eaten to survive? Like, I don't know how I would act in that situation. Like, Cat, you're so cute. Eat me from the back because I don't want to see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love that scene.
I would have not been able to just get eaten.
Exactly. You act like them in the movie. Running for your life.
They got me. They got me with cats, man. I actually kind of enjoyed that scene just because of the cats.
Yeah, and then the score from the actual Cats movie.
Yeah.
Cats play. Like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just feel really bad for Brie Larson because, like, I mean, she's up and coming. She's still up and coming, all things considered. Captain Marvel is her only really big role, and they gave her the
she won an Academy Award for, sir.
Wait, what?
She was in The Room, which won her the Oscar, which got her on the platform for Marvel.
Oh shit! Okay.
You didn't know she was in The Room?
Well, I did not know that. No.
Watch the movie. It is really good. It's about the
Are you talking like Tommy Wiseau, The Room?
No, it's called The Room, about the story about the girl who was kidnapped as a kid and was held hostage and was ended up being raped by the guy and had a baby. And she ended up actually wanting to free herself, but she never freed herself because she was so comfortable in being in this room. And her son didn't know anything about the outside world but these four walls. So she stayed in there and raised him.
I
haven't seen it either. I have to give it
that was her?
I have to give it a look.
Yeah, that was Brie Larson. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we say, she's good, dude. It's just she got handed the worst writing and the worst direction for that character initially, and she was able to act better in this movie because she had better direction, but the characters had such a bad track record, and people are so done with the MCU that the movie is flopping, and I just hope her career doesn't suffer for that, man. I really don't.
Yeah, this movie is not doing good for anybody numbers, but I just hope that the casting directors and all these directors,
man, I just think it's gonna all tie together. Like me personally, when it comes to the Marvel, it wasn't. It's always about the numbers as far as keeping something pushing forward, but as far as like,
and Disney being insatiable when it comes to the content, man,
definitely. But I believe that the Marvels was a very decent movie for what we got. For what we got, it definitely wasn't Captain Marvel 2, which was promised, but we got what we got. So with that said, what do y'all think about Monica Rambeau version 3,
I
aka Binary?
what?
The mutant version. Well, that's the thing.
Oh yeah,
Are they
yeah.
retconning her backstory to make it binary a mutant, and that's her ability? Because binary is just the powered up form, alternate version of Carol Danvers, where she was split, right? And Carol
Right,
Danvers had this other set of powers where it was just binary.
right.
So
But
it's kind of like, go ahead.
my thing is, I don't know why, but they're definitely making Maria Rambeau a staple character in Marvel.
They
She's
have
been
to.
she's
It's
been she's
it's
been Captain
Lashana
Marvel
Lynch. Why
in
the
the
fuck would you not make her a
Illuminati.
big part?
Yeah.
She's just been herself, Air Force.
Uh,
Boom, we get to see a final death, like before death scene with her with the cancer. Now she's binary, and I mean she could be a mutant, because but did you notice she had the quantum bands, both of them?
she did. She did.
She
I
had
So
remember
it's
both
going to
seeing
play a
that.
quantum
bigger part for her
bands.
to get back home, for Monica to
Yeah.
get back home. Like, Mom, I know you don't know me, but you got these bands. Send me home because I don't want to be here with y'all. So I think
Yeah.
that's how it's going to be a big part.
Mm.
And what is it?
Mm.
Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
movie.
Plus,
Secret Wars.
I mean,
Secret Wars. There we go.
I'm always happy to see more of Lashana Lynch. She's great.
I mean, Disney hire all these Oscar winners and stuff. It's like, what are you going to do with them? You got Kelsey Grammer, Lashana Lynch, you got Brie Larson, you freaking got Samuel Jackson. Well, he did a lot, so he
Hey,
doesn't really
hey,
compare.
CG Beast is freaky. Straight up.
The CGI in that movie was horrible.
CG
When you-
Beast is freaky, dude. The pin nose, like
Wait, what are you
Yeah,
talking
give
about?
they
us
could have
back
they,
to
they could have just
X3.
grafted his face.
They could have went back like X Men
Oh,
3 just
okay,
make it
yeah.
prosthetics.
Dude,
Yeah.
that Thinner was so desperate, man. It's like, yo, I know we suck, but you guys like X-Men, right?
Yeah, I really, really, really wish that they made, like, I don't know, like they put the X-Men universe into the Marvel universe, because I feel like then you could have.
Huh?
So it's like you've got two different dimensions, because at the end where Beast's like, oh, you come from another dimension, that it shouldn't be possible, a parallel universe. They should have just literally just lumped them all together and gone,
Yeah.
oh, the Xavier School is so hidden, no one knows about it, not unless you are a mutant, and obviously we find you, but it's been so hidden, and then it's like, oh shit, you have been hidden.
but not necessarily. Like she could be a mutant, but the fact that she's that dimensions, universes, whatever, is Captain Marvel. Having that status, even in the comic books, grants you access to a lot of things. Like Captain Marvel has been part of a lot of different kinds of Avenger groups. Not only just Avenger groups. Captain Marvel stands alone and builds her own teams. Like sometimes it just forms together. Like I'm not a really big Captain Marvel fan, but just strolling along through different comic books like the X-Men, Spider-Man, things like Blade, Captain Marvel finds her way into a lot of these situations. It's like, just having that status gives you a pass in any kind of Marvel door. So her being there with Beast isn't really strange to me. It kind of makes sense that she would have been the one out there who found her.
Yeah, I mean, you can have the fact that Beast and they all work together and stuff. What I'm saying is, you have kind of a perfect opportunity to introduce the X-Men properly into the main MCU. Same thing as like how Fantastic Four, because obviously when Disney bought Fox and got all those rights to those characters, everyone's been wondering, how do you bring this in? How do you bring, say, Galactus, Silver Surfer, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men? And I think this could have been the most perfect time to say, okay, now we've brought them in, rather than say, oh, well, it's impossible to get to this universe. Like it's physically and like physics won't work and stuff like that. How are you here? Maybe they do later on in the next X-Men film and go, okay, how did you do this? And then they incorporate it. But I think they kind of missed the opportunity of properly introducing it into this universe so that we can get more stuff later on down the
I
line.
think they did. You know why? Because the universes are going to collide and they're going to become one, and they're going to merge.
I hope so. I really hope so.
I mean, definitely. Battle World, it's coming.
Yeah, they're going to merge into one universe where we got the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and the MCU versions all in one universe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Deadpool 3 might.
That's why I wanted to
Set
hit
it
that,
up.
but it's like that's not out yet. But yeah,
Yeah.
Deadpool
Well,
is going to have a big part.
The multiverse is
just the
just
thing.
turning into an excuse for lazy writing at this point, though.
Facts.
I don't know, Beast, like when it came down to I mean, they did have a conversation as far as when they brought the X-Men back in, that every they were bringing the color back. So I don't know if you guys noticed, when Beast was walking around, he underneath his lab coat he had his
The X-Men
signature
suit.
his little signature X-Men garment underneath. I mean, we can only see the bottom part, but it was there. I'm just, man, hopefully Deadpool breaks and saves this multiverse, and everybody's been hoping for Deadpool to bring it back together,
Well,
in a
we've
very
seen-
stupid way, for real.
We've
I'm
seen
ready.
it at the end of Deadpool 2, where he just says, screw it, I'm going into my other universes. Oh, there's me as Deadpool. Whap.
Joe,
Oh, you're going to get the nice little green ring? No.
the one thing I really want is I can just see, and do you know what? I would not be angry or disappointed. I would be like, fair play. If Deadpool at the very end, like you've got the credit scene, and someone says like, "Oh, didn't you come from another universe?" And he goes like, "Oh yeah, I've got a big red button," and it just says "combine," and he hits it and goes,
Hey,
"There we go."
Speaking of which, did anybody ever number our universe? Because Deadpool did come to our universe
We
and
616.
kill Ryan Reynolds.
We're 616.
We're 616.
I guess.
I mean, that's just weird. We're 616, but we read the comic books, and they're 616 in the comic books.
But anyways, I think we need to go on to another franchise that had dropped another movie.
One multiverse, just before we get into that, one multiverse possibility I would love to see. What if, and if they're bringing back Iron Man, if they're really doing that, they might as well do this. What if Tony Stark became the Doctor Strange type magician and Stephen Strange became Iron Man?
That's what if.
What if those roles were reversed? I would.
That's
love to see
literally
that
what
one,
if
man.
the TV show.
Yeah,
man. They got to
I
go.
just want Tony Stark to come back as the big bad. Let's not see him as the hero. Let's see him corrupted. Let's see him dead, but then another universe has come back and see all these possible infinities of world being destroyed. He's the bad guy. Let's just do that.
What if season 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ghostbusters.
Who the fuck cares about that movie, man?
I was about to say,
Frozen Empire.
Don't nobody care about that movie. Don't nobody want it.
Maybe it'll be good. Afterlife wasn't bad, but
I like the new red coats. That's about it. That's all I can say. I like the new red coats that they're gonna have.
I like that they're going back to New York using all their old equipment and everything. A lot of people are bitching and moaning about the
trailer
of the first movie.
Zoo coming back.
The trailer basically tells you the whole movie, just like the last trailer. It basically tells you the whole movie. They're not gonna be out there and who the fuck knows where anymore. They're gonna be in the city. A big ass ice ghost from inside the earth gonna come out, try to freeze everything. Boom, they're gonna save it in the movie. We're gonna get some surprise cameos and some new outfits. new gadgets, boom, in the movie.
Yeah, that's where I dropped them.
I
$299.
just saved y'all. I just saved you some money.
I'll watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I ain't watching
want-
that shit on Disney Plus either. I might super mega force that movie just because I
Okay,
don't
Chris,
care
I
about
see the
it.
cat ears on the low.
I'm telling you,
Yo, you like
that
him?
zoo chick
Yeah, I
coming
see the cat ears. Meow.
No,
Who got cat ears?
this is a
Meow.
Razer headset, bro. This is the original pair PewDiePie used when he was just getting started.
I'll watch Ghostbusters over Inside Out 2 any day though.
Yeah, the same
I
voice
still need to
people ain't
watch
coming
that
back.
trailer. Thanks for reminding me. Inside Out
I
2.
like the first one. The
I've
first
been
one was a
wanting to
cute
see
movie.
that trailer.
Yeah.
Better in concept than execution.
It was a cute movie to me. I enjoyed it. It was cute.
Whenever I do anything from now on, I'm just gonna say the Sour Patches in my brain made me do it.
I don't know.
My client would like to plead oopsie daisy.
You know what I want? I want to see the elements crossover with Inside Out.
Yeah.
Like, what do the little water guy in his brains like? What do his little water droplets do? That's what I want to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Moving on.
So Warner Brothers has struck again.
What they do this time?
What they do?
With what?
I'm
Yeah,
full of
if-
follow it
if-
up.
We'll take it back. We'll
this
take it
Wile E.
back.
Coyote? Wile E. Coyote?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit!
Because they have the film done. The actors and writers are protesting actually dropping it. Warner Brothers says, nope, it's a tax write-off, just like Batwoman.
Yeah,
And
a fucking tax write-off that only would have helped them in the short term was why they tried to shelve the film.
Yeah.
so
Just-
stupid.
I get really annoyed at that sort of stuff because why even want to put it in? It just feels like you want to waste money and then go, like, oh, we can claim some of it back. But I mean, like, everyone got paid, but I just feel like it's just a waste of time. Like, it's just a massive waste of time.
I agree.
But I didn't even know
Drop
they were
the
making a
movie.
Wile E. Coyote film. To be when I first heard it, I was like, well, all right, that disappeared. What the fuck?
And imagine how much this is going to hurt Warner Brothers in the long term, because they already did this shit with Batgirl when the movie was made, when all that money was spent. You were going to have a lot of creators who see that. They're not. What the fuck is that?
What's that? Who's that?
Sorry, guys.
I mean, who's going to want to work with them after this?
Well, a lot of people turned around and said that they weren't going to do it, were they?
Oh, yeah.
They said like a lot of meetings have just been cancelled. But like, one of my main questions, if someone says like, "Oh, we're going to make your project," I'd be like, "Are you just going to like make it and then cancel it so like no one could have it?" Because like even shopping it around, like it would annoy the shit out of me so much. It's like this project's meant to be finished. What the actual fuck are you guys doing?
And it looks good, too, in the long run, with Wile E. Coyote basically saying, okay, I've used Acme products enough. I'm suing the crap out of these people.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
That'd
like,
be hilarious.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you'd
that's
be able
great.
to get away with anything like that because they can turn around and say, "Well, we made your project." You know, sorry.
Well,
it's
I'm
not you.
talking about the context of it.
Yeah, I don't know what Hollywood's up to at the moment. It just feels like they're massively shitting on everything, and it's just like they can't be arsed with things. And I'm like, guys, just fucking make this.
The problem is, I mean, trying to balance the artistic side of making a film with the business side is hard. And here in America, we are like, I mean, Hollywood is all about business right now, and that is their downfall. They're ignoring what actually goes into making this stuff, and that's going to hurt them in the long term.
Yeah, it just makes no point. But then again, like, can you imagine all the stories that will probably never get told now because Warner, you know, if they wanted to work with Warner Brothers, it's just gone. Like that,
all
that's
that
just
hard
like,
work.
And it's gone.
yeah, and it's gone.
But that's about all that's come out on that.
Pretty much. I was wondering though, with the Marvels flopping like it is, if we want to go back to that anyway, what do you guys think is going behind that?
As it's flopping, or
A simple 4 words or 3 words. Men are bad. Thank you, Brie Larson.
I've heard them blaming us for that, but the thing is, literally every other reason shows what, like, I mean, the numbers don't lie. The box office numbers, Marvel fatigue, the lack of big name characters. I mean, the over reliance on the Disney Plus shows. If you don't know what's going on in the Disney Plus shows, you're fucked. You're not going to know what's happening in the Marvels.
I think when it comes down to when they start blaming like, oh, men aren't going to see it. The fact is that you'll find out that most people who will go see this film will be men, that they want to enjoy the film.
Yeah.
You know, not unless they turn around and started implementing into every single theater male and female tickets. So you could then go, okay, well, actually, it is like, say, 70% men seeing this and it's only 30% female seeing this. But the fact is that if you keep blaming people, go, is this actually a deep, good film? Then people go like, well, you know, you have to kind of look at your sales. Like, you know, I think the Marvels had to make something like $700 million or something to make money on this film. So to me personally, if you're not doing that, stop blaming people, because let's say the Marvels 3 comes out and it'll be the best film in the world, but then it underperforms because your lead actress has turned around and said like men are trash and men, you know, this is all like the problems with men.
I will say this about Brie Larson, at least in the past, whenever she has opened her mouth to promote the character or the project, she shot herself in the foot.
Yeah. I mean, that's because like she went up against like her peers, like the people that actually wanted to make this film. But the fact is, like, they all need media training again, and you go, right, do not say anything. If someone says like, so last time, Brie, you said that men were trash, what are your thoughts? I apologize for my last thing. That's not the case. I was just very stressed. Whatever. Like, just come up with some bullshit that people will go, all right, cool, yeah. I think it just absolutely destroys everything. And I think that's what really annoys me, because I wouldn't mind seeing the Marvels. I'm going to wait till it comes out over here, but I'm in no rush to go see it, because I don't want to be blamed. You know, I don't want a lecture of why I'm a bad person for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I feel like there's another mistake that went into this. Comic books, like, it took 30 years to learn from this mistake. Bionicle made this mistake. Power Rangers has managed to avoid it with like the new teams and all that. But it's prerequisite lore for characters. That kind of shit is unfriendly to casual viewers who don't want to have to read multiple wiki pages just to understand what's going on in the movie.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason DC and Marvel have to reboot their universes every few years now.
Yeah. See, I think
there's a lot of background stuff going on.
Yeah, like,
I'm hearing it with you too, man. Like, is
right,
it just me?
Somebody sounded like they got their headphones or something right up to the mic or external speakers.
I'm hearing it with you too, though.
That's what I'm saying. Someone has like their computer.
I thought it was a fan. I had a fan on, but I cut it off. But I hear what you're saying now.
Wait, he's gone now.
I'm gonna mute my kids out.
Oh, okay. That wasn't you.
Is it me?
Well, I got the noise cancellation function on, so.
Okay, that might work. It sounds a lot better.
We've gone on from Marvel. Marvel has gone crazy.
They need to take 5 years
because
off.
we keep going back to Marvel. We need to go to another company that has really milked their product.
Who we gonna go with? The only people making products is Marvel and Disney.
I don't know. Bat in the Sun kind of seems like it's doing pretty damn well milking a certain name. along with their freaking movie that hasn't dropped
I'm
yet.
not about to get no type of promotion on this damn show. Fuck Batman. So. Moving on.
No. I want to hear what he got to say. I want to hear what you got to say.
You could tweet each
Well, Mark, do you want to start it or shall I?
Okay, we're not going to promote the film, but what I find annoying is that out of everything going on, a certain person is just absolutely just trashing the name of JDF at the moment, and it's really irritating because it feels like Aaron. Okay, there we go. There's his name. Has got this like massive vendetta against probably every single person or thing that has wronged JDF, and they're now kind of bringing it down. So obviously now they're talking about how the new comic book from Amy Jo Johnson from the Boom Studios has turned around and it's the same story that Jason pitched to whoever years ago, which any fan has had the same idea, so it's not the same. And
I see my face.
I know, I can see it right now.
I don't give a fuck.
I know, but our viewers might like it. Damn it, that echo is really off-putting.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know who it's going through, but it's really, really off-putting.
Just pretend you're in an auditorium and those are acoustics.
Okay, so because of all of this, the story of Kimberly and Tommy having a daughter would be Jenna, and I think that's fucking weird as fuck and creepy as shit. But Aaron is turning around going like, oh, let's pitch the idea. And he's just ruining the name constantly. Like, I swear to God, at some point, Aaron's going to turn around and say, oh, Jason David Frank hated this.
I found out who it was.
Who was it?
Sorry, Logan. It was your ass.
Oh!
Because watch. Let me meet you. Watch this.
Now we can hear itself.
No.
I'm not distracted by my own voice echoing anymore. That's nice.
We found out who it is, so we're going to work on this for the next episode. We're going to figure that out.
Trying to figure out how.
I'm guessing your mic
Logan,
isn't routed properly.
check your headset settings. When you go to your settings, make sure your headset is your headset and your mic is your mic.
It's not coming through the damn computer.
Because I was like, let me figure this out right now. After 2 hours in the damn show, it's too late. Right? Damn.
Anyways,
It happens.
so Mark dropped a video today, and the reason why we're bringing it up is I think they're just jealous of the success of the comic. Because I'm looking at their first campaign that they started. Now, this was back in what, 2019?
It's a hard one because I don't know when it is. Like I think
August 2019 ended on 2020 of that movie.
Yeah.
Now they reintroduced it in. Oh, I can't find it.
Are we talking about the Kickstarter?
Yes, we're talking about the Kickstarter.
Okay, so the first Kickstarter that they had didn't do very well. Things happened, and then they released a second one, which did it cleared it, and it was absolutely like perfectly fine. So yeah, that did okay, but I think what the main problem is, at least for me, is when hearing about all this sort of stuff from Bat in the Sun, it feels like they just want to tarnish any other person's hard work. Oh, let's say Austin John comes up with a whole brand new thing. Suddenly, Aaron will come out. Yeah, JDF mentioned that. Yeah, it was his idea. Walter comes up with a brand new idea that no one knows about. Yeah, Jason David Frank came up with that idea. He pitched that. I hope they give him credit. And to me, it just really ruins the whole thing of this is JDF's last project that that a lot of people want to see. But because of Aaron and his ways, it just really tarnishes it all of this. Because I think on some sort of level, when I watch this, I'm just going to be thinking, man, these guys are just jealous. Man, like JDF really was horrible and spiteful at the very end. And again, like I don't know what Hasbro did to him or whatnot at the end, but just to me, hearing all this sort of stuff, and then earlier today, just seeing that Aaron goes like, "Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson and JDF weren't that close." Like, I don't give a shit.
I don't like him. That's why I said I don't want to promote anything about him. I don't want to talk about that Negro. I already don't give a fuck about him. He's a trash ass human to do this something and to put this type of narrative out to a guy who can defend his own story because he's dead. Can we move on?
Yeah.
That's basically why we're going into it. Is we're trashing.
I just don't like that.
At this point,
I don't respect him.
I know nothing about this anyway, so it's all good.
I think if we're going to move on from it, I think the last things that I think should happen is that Aaron shouldn't mention all this. Either you drop the T and you release everything that is said, or you don't say anything at all. Because at the end of the day, you're tarnishing the name of JDF and everything that he's done, and that should not be happened. You're putting words in a dead man's mouth. Stop it, or just fucking drop everything with receipts, so it's not like hearsay, and then just go, fuck it, there we go.
I fully agree, 100%. And looking at the numbers between the two, I would not be surprised because her Kickstarter is now currently at $36,000. It's only been active for 3 days.
Yeah, because
Good for her.
Yeah, people wanted to back it because this is an original. This is a Power Ranger doing it, the OG Pink Ranger. So of course it's going to do it. It got backed in 45 minutes, which is really, really impressive. And even when I did my video on it, when I keep checking back now, it keeps going up. Like I don't think it's going to hit the full amount. So they have their stretch goals. So if they say that their stretch goal is 1 million, and you get fucking Amy Jo Johnson coming to your house and thanking you personally, I don't think it's going to hit that. I don't think it's going to hit that maximum stretch goal. I think it'll do a hell of a lot, but I think that's it. I mean, like looking at their stretch goal, they're up to £289,471. Obviously, different in America.
Yeah,
Their
I'm going by American dollars here.
Yeah. So their stretch goals, literally, they've already hit 4, which is day one pin, free matching digital editions, which is great. All hardcovers and slipcases upgraded, exclusive team Q&A, and a new print added to all physical orders of $50 or more. Okay, that's changed because that was something completely different. And then you've got free sticker add-on, which hasn't hit yet, but then you've got another 4. So it depends on what it is, but the whole thing's slowed down quite a bit, even in refreshing now. Yeah, I think it's hit it, but you've had over 3,000 people backing this, and that's something to do. And it's still got 22 days to go. So I think it's impressive. But
I just need Amy and David Yost and Walter, all them to get together and sue this Negro for defamation of character and his family to do something, because this is ridiculous.
100% on that as well, because at this point, again, if he's accusing Amy Jo of milking the name, why haven't they released the movie yet?
Because that got me, because apparently they want to do all the stuff JDF's done. Apparently it's like 95% complete. When you sent that Kickstarter through, I generally thought they were asking you for more money, and I was going to go, what the actual fuck?
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, we need another $100,000 to shoot 4 scenes.
They wouldn't get it. I think then people would be like, but as my friend said, like they're milking it, like they're capitalizing on a dead man. But I know for one thing, as soon as that thing drops, you will never hear of Bat and Son that much ever again, because they've just lost everything.
The only thing I could give Bat and the Sun credit for right now is their superpowered beatdowns, because it's the fans making them, not 2 idiots who do quote unquote research, but it all boils down to bias.
Yeah, I think that's why I don't hate them as strongly as you guys do, because that's all I know about them is the superpower beatdowns.
Yeah, well, they moved it to something else, which is completely tragic.
Damn.
And
They're milking JDF. I mean, you could literally post, my son just had a birthday party. Here they come. Well, JDF had a birthday party 3 years ago. Go supporting Legend of the White Dragon. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
I ordered chocolate cake for my kid's birthday. They absolutely loved it. Yeah, JDF liked sponge cake and he liked a bit of carrot cake. He didn't like chocolate cake.
Exactly.
Go support the Legend of the White Dragon.
Hold on one second, you guys. Let's see. Logie, can you speak? Let's put you on the big screen.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
oh, much better.
Let's
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
It was probably the split of the mic. Your mic headset was probably active.
No,
as well.
I had my headset volume too loud, so it was echoing.
That's funny.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Well, now our Beyonce acoustics is gone, so
Okay.
We're not having her on the podcast yet.
Beyonce would never. I wish she would. I would die on live stream.
Again, if she
just die,
if she was a nerd and contacted D, we wouldn't see D for a couple months.
Nah.
No. We'd all be on the thing. Our mics would be muted. And that would be it.
Like, I would die if Beyonce would ever come on here. Shit.
You wouldn't mute my mic though.
Nah. I would literally put her on the big screen, which just be Beyonce the entire show. She just stand there smiling like, what the fuck this nigga doing? Taking off my face? Nah. But before we go, gotta talk about our boy Crispy showing up in the Unworthy verse.
Oh yeah, that premiere. So for those of you who don't know, Power Rangers: The Psycho Menace had a theatrical premiere in an AMC theater in Times Square in New York. The film was excellent. It won 8 awards. It looked great up there on the big screen, and I got to go there, hang out with the guys, and I got to say, having a big screen appearance as the Morphin Master was cool. I think what it sets up for the future of Unworthy is great. I think that Jordan put so much hype into this film, said it was the most ambitious, the best project Unworthy Productions has ever done so far. Believe what you've heard from him if you've heard the same. It's going to be released sometime this November. It's the best thing they've done yet, which is saying something. It's incredible.
Man, let us hear the voice a little bit. Let us hear a little bit.
It's not the same without the tiny bit of VFX Jordan adds, but let me think. Let me think of a good line of his. Follow me to a lost galaxy. November 25th. Power Rangers: The Psycho Menace. Find out what happens when a dark empire reigns and the light of hope dwindles.
I mean,
great. He's breathing. I can't wait to see
Not bad.
His YouTube. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I like Unworthy. I like what they do. They start off as like beat down for me, but I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it's getting better and better, man. Psycho Menace is their best project yet, even better than the last Unworthy episode.
Right. Put me in there, Chris. Tell them I want to play the Torzord.
That man. They're hosting like Jordan actually talked about this when he was answering questions after the premiere.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
You're never turtly enough for the Turtle Club, man.
No, I just wanted to say that.
They're bringing more projects to light after Unworthy concludes. They're going to be going for He-Man. They're going to be going for some original projects too. They're just getting started, man.
I want to see somebody do some justice to Thundercats.
Oh yes,
Lionel.
Yeah. Thundercats. Ho.
So Chris, right? With our infinite power of influence over them, if they ever ever cast for Snarf for Thundercats. Snarf, no. I want to do it.
God.
I want
Let
to
him
be
do it.
Snarf.
Let him do it.
You can do that, and I'm gonna be lying though, because he sounds like fucking Ninja. I hate it.
Snarf, I
The
can't believe it.
lion powers. Let's go.
That does not sound like
Hate
Lionel.
that fucking voice. It's like a nigga doing opera or some shit. Hate that man.
So we got to show another Power Rangers project because they just dropped their first episode 2 days ago as well. Power Rangers Dark Unity dropped
Oh
their
my
first
God.
episode.
Wait, it's out? That's what I
Yeah,
was
it's out.
It was out.
It's
Okay,
out.
YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
And it's really good.
Greg
It's-
and Eli did a great job on it.
Yeah.
Ryan did a fantastic job filming it. I couldn't stop laughing at Rita. I admitted this to Greg, or Eli, one of the two, in our Toko group. I couldn't stop laughing at her. She was a fantastic actress for Rita.
Oh yeah.
She captured the
Chandra did
threatening
it.
part, and then when she wanted to be funny, she wanted to be funny. I think it was mostly her emotions and how she played Rita that got to me, but very well done.
Yeah, I want to check that out too. I got some homework to do before work today, then.
Yeah. The whole cast and crew did a great job. Amber as Ravana, great. Juliana as Kimberly, great. Elias as Tomas Oliver. Oh my God. I'm a little biased here because, Tommy's my favorite Ranger and I've been wanting to see someone do some justice to the guy's story after Jason David Frank passed away. This performance is such an amazing honor to the guy's legacy. It's moving. It is absolutely moving what he does for this character.
Well, you guys know, check out, what is it called? Dark
Power
Unity.
Rangers
Dark
Unity.
Hold on, let me add that to a little thing.
Episode 1, Sins of a Dragon.
Yeah, I just went and saved it.
It's out right now on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and just to tout my own horn real quick, I voice acted in the second part, so you might recognize someone's voice when part 2 comes out.
Okay.
And then, of course, if you're at work or something, go on to Spotify, either listen to our stuff, or you could listen to the Power Rangers audio drama by Carl Dutton. Also a good series with a good Tommy actor.
Latest episode was amazing. It was honestly,
cool.
Yeah. They, I really love what the fan projects have been doing for Power Rangers anyway. Like the ones that have been, it's been cool seeing so many come to the surface at once, like finally get out of pre-production, and they're all so worth the wait. It's cool.
Yeah. Make sure you guys go to YouTube, check out Power Rangers Dark Unity and Power Rangers Unworthy. Check out
Power
two fan
Rangers
projects that we like.
The
We don't care
Phantom
about
Menace.
Bat in the Sun. We don't care about none of that. But
Nope,
Unworthy
Bat in the
and
Sun
Dark
work.
Unity, we support, we love. Go reach out to them, check them out.
The
Good
works of art,
friends.
the works of art from the heart, man.
It is. It is.
So
But
you said
you know what?
Psycho Menace, November 25th?
Psycho Menace. I think it's November 25th. I don't know if Jordan's released an exact release, has come out with an exact release date, but he's planning to release it at the end of November. And the thing is, everything about this film was like, for a short film, it was theater worthy. It played so well on the theater, and he's saying it's going to be even better when he releases it on YouTube.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, he is going hard.
Unworthy.
Yeah, mad props to Unworthy Productions, everyone who's a part of it, everyone who makes those films happen. It's amazing. And I think as long as Power Rangers has a fan base like this, it's got a bright future.
Now, I got to ask, because Unworthy. No, not that. I got to tell y'all like this, though.
Do it.
How was the acting?
It was really good. No, actually, it was
Your
great.
face then is just like, I know something's up.
Anyway, y'all watch it, support it.
Yeah,
I definitely want to check them out when they get out there.
perfect Power Rangers energy, and they weren't afraid to go darker either. A guy loses his hand, and they do it so much better than they did in Cosmic Fury.
Straight there. Oh god, my hand's gone. Oh no, I got no hand.
It's all Scorpion's fault. We all know that.
I'd say how it happens, but I don't know if Jordan wants me to spoil that part.
Nope.
Nah,
Leave
not
it.
on air. We can't do that.
Leave it.
We can't do that. But I do know what's a great way to close our topic for today.
Coolio.
You already said it. See y'all next week.
No.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Catch you nerds later around the globe.
Bye.
Snap, snap, later.